Disease Outbreaks by Kiran and Samir.
The term disease outbreak is when there's an unexpected/sudden widespread infection of a particular disease. It can last days or weeks and in some cases years. They usually specifically occur in certain areas but can easily be spread to nearby countries. Diseases can be caused by organisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. They are transmitted through human contact or animals. They can also be found through infections like the waterborne infection, which is spread by contaminated drinking water or food. Other than waterborne infections, there is also the vector-borne infection. This disease is transmitted to animals and humans by blood-feeding insects, such as mosquitoes, fleas, and etc. Diseases can come from natural disasters, such as how climate change has long term effects on Earth's nature. When these natural disasters strike on vulnerable areas, then diseases tend to be attracted. This quote is proof of that. Florida and Puerto Rico, due to hurricanes, may usher in more infectious diseases in the years ahead.
Disease outbreaks mostly affect society and the economy badly because, for one, third world countries do not have access to certain treatments or cannot afford treatment, which makes them likely to perish. Tourist popularity goes down because of the danger of catching diseases, and of course, mass death and infection follows wherever the disease goes. The only substantial economic benefit from such disease outbreaks are that the pharmaceutical professions benefit because people need to purchase the cures for the diseases. Additionally, climate change can cause floods and heavy rains which can make sewage overflow, spreading diseases inside the sewage and causing widespread water infection. Also, pathogens can be swayed and carried throughout the wind, which can spread from region to region, infecting even more people. Disease outbreaks affect nature negatively, as over the past 20 years, the majority of upcoming diseases are transferred to humans via animals. For example, West Nile virus, severe acute respiratory syndrome, and avian influenza and monkeypox. Some diseases only affect animals, some only affect humans, but some affect both. It's recording right now? Okay. So, okay. Climate change can also. Oh, okay. That's my shortest and saddest one yet. Furthermore, climate change can also alter distribution, life cycle, and physiological status of host pathogens and vectors. This means that insects like mosquitoes will evolve due to environmental changes and increase in population and typically live longer. The problem is that these are what cause infections and diseases. If there are too many in the ecosystem, the infections that they spread will spread even faster. Additionally, the changing climate can also cause organisms to migrate to different areas of the earth, spreading their disease even further.
What exactly will you accomplish to arrive at a solution to your inquiry question? Accomplishing this goal will give us future solutions to prevent disease outbreaks caused by climate change. They will eventually become pandemic if we don't do anything. And a solution will save millions of lives, including our descendants, from being infected or dying to disease outbreaks. How will you know when you have reached this goal? We will know when we find a disease outbreak and already have the tools to counter it quickly and efficiently. Is this solution realistic with effort and commitment? Have you got the resources to achieve this goal? If not, how will you get them? We do not have the main resources as public health laboratories have official data of previous disease outbreaks. Unless we do researching, the information won't always be as accurate, but it is attainable. A public health laboratory also keeps track of any new disease outbreaks, and with enough effort, we can get our ideas to them. Our last option is to study in the field and get a job in public health laboratories. Even though this would take time, we have about 40 to 50 years before these disease outbreaks become serious.
Relevant. Why is the solution significant to your inquiry question? The only other way to counteract disease outbreaks is with scientists having to study them first, and according to the research, this can take too much time. Our solution is significant since most of the disease outbreaks can be easily prevented using our tactics. For example, pretend you find a new species, like a new type of tiger. Studying it could be easier if based off previous data from the other tiger species. Time. How long will it take for you to implement this solution? Usually, scientists take about 10 to 20 years to find a cure to a disease on its own, which is what they're doing right now. However, with this method, we could use data from previous disease outbreaks to prevent disease outbreaks in the future much earlier, even before it becomes an outbreak.